Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to In the Office with Scott and Wallace. I'm Robert Scott.
I'm Matt McNamara.
Hey everybody, Clint Wallace. Happy Tuesday.
Hope everyone's staying safe outside. It was pouring down rain earlier, and I think looking outside, I think we still got it, which is why we're inside with you today versus outside where you get to hear all the truck noise. So, anyway, hope everyone's enjoying the holiday season. I'm sure everybody's been going to a lot of parties and enjoying time with friends and family. And hopefully you're getting slowed down a little bit. We're trying to do the same. And in anticipation of taking a little time off, guys, of course, we're going to be doing our turkey giveaway on
Monday.
23rd. Yeah, Monday. So what is that?
We're excited about that. Every year we help families that might not otherwise be able to have Christmas dinner. We've got 100 turkeys this year. We've already allotted the turkeys. People have called and claimed those, and they come pick them up on Monday. So we get to see a lot of fun people and spread the Christmas cheer. Excited about it.
Right, yeah. We've got a list of people. We have to pre-order these turkeys early in the year, and so once they're reserved, they're reserved. But as I mentioned, from time to time, for whatever reason, we have some unclaimed turkeys. So check back in with us on the 23rd. If you've called our office and we've told you the turkeys unfortunately are reserved, check back in with us on the 23rd because we may have some unclaimed turkeys and we'd love to help you out if we can.
That's right.
With that, today, guys, we're going to do a kind of a holiday wrap-up. I'll start with Clint and then come over to you,
Okay.
Matt, with an employment topic. But Clint, I've already mentioned the parties and festivities that take place during the holiday season. Why don't you talk a little bit about the open house party statute in Florida? Because it's really, we've got the Dram Shop app, we've got some other things regarding liability for serving alcohol to minors, but
sure.
Most people don't operate commercial establishments or run restaurants, but a lot of people do have house parties, and so talk a little bit about that.
So we get calls on this every year, and sadly they usually are because a minor was injured due to some alcohol-related instance, typically car accidents, sometimes sexual assaults, things like that. But Florida has a statute that imposes liability on people that have parties and knowingly allow or furnish minors alcohol or drugs. Right. So in this scenario, clearly if you know and you give somebody alcohol that you know is a minor and they go get injured, then the statute imposes liability. And it also applies to drugs like prescription drugs that are not prescribed or illegal drugs.
Right.
Okay. And so in addition to that, if you are having a party and you didn't knowingly give the minor alcohol, but you see that they have attained it somehow, like if you have a cooler out back and they go get it, you have a duty to make sure that they take that away from them.
Right, and really what we want people to be aware of is, we've had conversations with, our friends and family members, even some clients that want to talk about, what would you say the safest way is to give alcohol or give minors alcohol or let them drink safely at your house? And unfortunately, the advice we have to give them is don't do it at all, because, everyone's had, been at a party where they've seen a minor drinking, and that just opens up the host to liability in Florida, and unfortunately there's no good way to go about it. You have bottles of liquor or cooler beer out for minors, and you've got 10 or 15 minors over there. There's no way you can watch all of them. And if an intoxicated minor hits the roadways, it's foreseeable what could happen. And that's the exact thing we want to prevent.
Sadly, we talked to parents before after that's happened, and you see the sad side of that, why the law exists.
So I understand the sentiment. If you've got you feel like if your child has a couple friends over and you can keep an eye on them, maybe that's a safe way to expose them to alcohol or whatever and monitor it. But the reality is the law doesn't see it that way, and so if you knowingly give alcohol to a minor and they cause an accident, you could face financial liability for that.
Sure. There's a reason why these laws exist, and it's not just take the keys away. Other things can happen, like the sexual battery crimes, things like that. That can happen even if you don't let them drive. If you say you can only drink, but you can drink at my house, you still are. There's a reason why these laws exist, because these children aren't capable enough of making good decisions about alcohol.
Sure, and we could debate it till the cows go home about whether the drinking age should be 18 or 19 or 20 or 21. Under the open house party statute, if you're under 21, you're a minor.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So you need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right, coming over to Matt. Matt, we've talked a little bit in anticipation about the holidays about employees. Obviously, religious implications when you get to the holiday season. people start wanting to take time off for religious observations and things like that. What are they allowed to do? What can they ask of their employers as far as those types of accommodations for religious practice?
Right. So certainly, there's nothing under the law saying that employers have to give their employees time off this time of year. Even though, like here, most generous employers do that, as a way of just enjoying the holidays with their staff and giving them a well-deserved break. There's nothing requiring it under the law. However, if part of your sincerely held religious beliefs, conflict with your work schedule, whether it's a day of observation or it's some ceremony you have to go to or something that you have to do as part of your religious practice, then, let your employer know that, and they just can't have a policy saying no. They certainly need to do the best they can to accommodate your sincerely held religious beliefs.
Right.
So don't just assume that you're going to get time off for something. Bring it to their attention. Let them know that you're asking for the time off due to some religious belief that you sincerely hold, and then the employer from there can understand that they should not be preventing you from doing that unless it's just a completely unreasonable request.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. And then so that of course applied during the the traditional holiday season, which is around Christmas and Hanukkah and all the kind of major religions, but also any implications throughout the year. It's not just tied to
exactly.
one
It's not just tied to one religion. It's anything that somebody holds, like I said, sincerely held religious belief.
Okay.
Whatever religion that may be.
All right, great. Well, that's kind of your holiday wrap up. We wanted to. I think we're going to be away from the Facebook Lives for the next couple Tuesdays. We're going to check back with you on the 23rd, though, so stay tuned for that. But we hope everyone continues having a safe holiday season. And anything else y'all want to add?
Just as always, call us if you got any questions, or if you miss seeing us on Tuesdays. We'll certainly talk to you about any issues that you've got in the meantime.
Because we are accessible.
Yeah, absolutely. We are closed, for instance, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, so our staff can enjoy the holidays with their families. But we have one of the attorneys is always on call here, so if you call, you can get through and talk to one of the attorneys. So if you have an issue, call us. We'll get back to you.
Absolutely. Megan, anything?
No.
All right. Well, that'll wrap this up. And again, everybody enjoy the holidays.
All right. See you next decade.